Yeah, I think now the session is on recording mode.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
sir? Right, sir? Yes.
yes, yes.
So, like I was like pointing out, that literature review is one of the most undermined, or you can say the like understated area in the like research work which we do. Like most of us, like including me, during our like research time, PhD days, or like research time, we feel that the data analysis is like one of the areas we should like focus upon. That is true, but if the construct is not very like recent, if it is not very like relevant to the time which we are in, then all the like data analysis will go in vain. So that has like happened with me and with every budding researchers, I will say. So, I need not reiterate on the importance of the literature review, but maybe from a bit comprehensive and like systematic manner, uh, I would like to treat it and guide you all in some aspects. That since I don't know that your like background and all, and what prior knowledge you have about like literature review, so I'll just give a short like introduction on the importance before jumping into the bibliometric analysis or why to do it. Uh, Many of us in our initial days must be doing the literature review and just with the use of the like Google Scholar. That is there. We just type our like keywords, whatever our guide has said, or like whatever we feel is like upcoming. That is okay. But the first question which comes from the reviewer, that how can you prove that the literature review which you have done is comprehensive and systematic in nature? So I hope some of the participants might have got that query from the reviewer or from any like faculty members who might have judged their like, PhD work depending upon the stages. So anyone would like to say on this point their prior experiences on this? Pavitra ma'am, Rajendra sir, Amin ji, Ravi Prakash, Shubham ji. Any prior like experience on the literature review which you all had?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Sir, I'm very new to this. I just started my PhD, so
Mm.
I think today's session would definitely give a lot of inputs for me.
Sure, sure.
I just started my literature review, but still not got into depth. Not even we did not have any viva, so I can just say that I've just
Mhm.
started my coursework.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm 100% sure that today's session would definitely help me.
I hope, ma'am, that since for a like beginner in the PhD work, or even somebody who is looking to write a new paper, even for
Yes,
them this session I hope will be useful. I'm
thank.
there for the queries, but I would just request you all to like stay tuned to the session which it is there. So,
You,
like I
sir.
said, that the query which like most of us get, that okay, how can you prove that your research is your LR is comprehensive and systematic? Like I said, that most of us, what we do, we just type the keywords, whatever we feel that is like upcoming, and whatever the name of the research paper it like comes up, we just read it. Like I said, that's not wrong, but that is not systematic in nature, first of all. And second, it is also not comprehensive, because there is always a chance that some of us might have missed any important research paper, which might be lying down, maybe on the next page, which is might be not listed on the Google Scholar. Now, since it is the most used uh, open source like website, so that is what is like mostly used, but it is not that much like authentic like Scopus or the WOS, Web of Science. Okay, so with that, I'll just give a short and a very uh, crisp like beginning as to the importance of the literature review. Please let me know when the so is my screen visible to like everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible to everybody? Dr. Vishal? Is my screen visible to everybody?
Yes, 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 yes,
Hello, am I audible?
Can you please
Hello, am I audible?
you are audible, but when you were sharing your screen, I think there was a lot of echo. Am I
Okay,
correct?
okay,
Is this happened to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
there was a lot
okay,
of echo.
okay. So let me just try to do it again so that that echo issue is not there. Uh, Now is it visible to everybody?
No, Dr. Pandya, it's not visible. Your screen is not visible.
Okay, I have shared my whole screen. Uh, Now is it visible?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
yes, it
Okay,
Good,
is.
good to
okay,
go.
good.
Good to go.
Go. Okay. So
So I think rather than sharing your tab, you should share the whole screen. That will
screen,
be.
yeah, yeah. That is actually what I've done recently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So like I've been saying that to like decide our micro area of the research, be it for our like PhD topic or for any like upcoming area which we're doing for the publication. We all know that in this academic world, how this publish or perish like scenario is there. I'm not into it, the debate like whether it is good or not, the forced kind of a scenario. But we have to publish, we have to add to the existing knowledge of the uh, uh, existing body of the knowledge. So for that, the first step is the correct and the comprehensive scan of the literature review. I think there is some. Krishna ji, can you be on please mute?
Okay.
Yeah, I have just put on her on mute. Yeah. So, like I was saying that whenever we actually decide our micro area of our like either PhD work or any new research work which we are doing, so we should have a proof that we have done a comprehensive scan, and then whether our like literature gap which we have gone through and we've identified whether it is like correct or not. So there is a cross-checking mechanism which we will like discuss today. And then that is actually how we add to the story, right? So now this is just a very basic and a very naive stage that how we can see the so that we have not missed any good like literature. Now any first three like basic papers which we get in our field, every field has its own model, or you can say like base paper. So once we have like gone through them, I will discuss that how to get those papers even, and then we see that which are the ones which are cited the most in that, and hence we hence the table grows, and we have a coterie, or you can a group of the research papers which are core to that area and which have been cited more. Now once we do the bibliometric analysis, we will actually get to know that which are the papers cited mostly in that area. And we also at times need to like apply the Bloom's taxonomy of what we actually teach in class. We all must be like teaching this, and we all know the 6 levels, but how do we actually apply it in the literature review? Now we all must have seen that many a times we use the like definition that okay, this was defined by this author. So that is just in the first two phases, remembering and the understanding. So that is like nothing new which you have said, but just to like introduce the topic to the reviewer, you have said it. Now what like mistakes I have seen as a reviewer, or maybe I had done in my earlier stages, I have used this remembering and the understanding uh, a lot, references a lot, whereas this should be used only once or twice. You are not here to tell that okay, how has the researcher 1 to researcher 10 uh, describe, or you can say that define the topic. No, basically you have to tell that how they have applied or like analyzed it to solve some current managerial problem, right? Basically, how has like somebody like correlated the work-life balance with the OCB, or you can say the concept of the moonlighting with the job like satisfaction. So in a research paper, if you just cite 4 to 5 or 6 definition of that what the researchers have like defined moonlighting, so that is perhaps wrong. You need to tell that okay, how have they like correlated, or how have they applied that construct with some other points, right? So I hope this point was like clear, that the minimum levels of the Bloom's taxonomy, we have to use it less. The more and more we move above that, number should be high. Is that okay to everybody? I'll be more than happy if I get some gestures from the participants.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is Bloom taxonomy?
Yeah.
Mm.
Sir, I have one doubt. Sir, in a
Yeah.
Bloom's taxonomy, we are applying in a subject means it's easy to we are making questions, remembering, understanding. But in applying in a writing a paper means how is it possible, sir? We can create we can goes up to analyzing and evaluating. Is it possible to creating, sir?
Creating in the sense that when you're like finalizing a research paper, so that is a like new concept. Many times we say that okay, this moderating variable, this mediation variable, so that is where you are
That comes under
doing the
analyzing and
creation.
evaluating, sir.
No, like that once you say that okay, this moderating variable moderates to this extent, isn't it like creating? Because something new you have created to the field of knowledge. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir. We are just
Yeah.
we are just creating something new in our research only. But in a
Yes.
Bloom's taxonomy, it's acceptable that is in a create level, sir.
Yeah, but that is what I am saying. That mostly we actually use the Bloom's taxonomy in the class for the students to actually make them aware of any basic concept. But the same thing, if we like apply to the LR, then that is my point, that the basic level like should not be reiterated again and again. Rather, we should say that means we should move up the ladder, and finally we can say that okay, we have a new like relation between two constructs. Now, did you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand because what
Yeah.
we propose in our research mean that comes under creating level. So based on
Yeah.
creation only, we have to doing applying analyzing. Isn't
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
One of the participants had like discussed about that what do we understand by Bloom's taxonomy. So I'll just request that like participant to please read about it. That is just the 6 levels which we actually use for like making it sure that any of the topic is not like presented to any of the like students or the audience in a very like generic way. That's a stepwise, or you can say a very linear way of developing through a construct. Okay, so I hope more reading on that will be very useful. Nowadays, NAC and the NIRF, they all want the Bloom's taxonomy levels to be mentioned in the question paper, and that should be there in our like, course files even. I hope some of the faculties must be like writing.
Yes, sir. It's called outcome-based
everywhere.
education. In that,
Yeah,
it comes under
OBE.
outcome-based education.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. OBE. Right now, the same thing which you think comes when we actually write about the informational LR, that this like concept was introduced in this year. Okay, now this type of the LR should be very less in number, rather than the inductive or the deductive kind of the like LR, that should be more in number. That is what is like required by the reviewers. They last said, okay, have you seen that the moonlighting has not been studied with the job satisfaction, right? And hence one will like collect a group of the inductive or the deductive process of the LR, and hence we can say that yes, these were the 8 9, and hence we are doing this on a gap. Since this like construct has not been studied like previously, that is the reason we are into it. Understood? So I won't spend a lot of time on the like theoretical thing and all. These might be, if required. Yeah. One such thing which I would like to say that if somebody is like just beginning her or his like research work, be it for the publication or for the PhD, the first thing which I suggest is to read the recent bibliometric paper which it is there. Just type on the Google Scholar your topic or the area and bibliometric analysis. Believe me, this will do wonders. This actually helps you to like understand that the construct or the central theme has been like connected with what other kind of the constructs. So I hope for the ma'am and others who had said that they have just like started their like PhD work. So this will be a great help for them, right? I will go through next. Okay. So the next thing which I'll say is about the Prisma model. So has somebody like heard about it or even used it? Please let me know. Anybody in the audience, participant, have they used it?
Sir, please explain the Prisma model, sir.
Prisma model. Okay, okay. So like I had said at the very outset of the my like discussion, that the researcher that the reviewers, like many times they ask that, okay, what is the proof that your literature review is comprehensive and like systematic? Now, by that they mean that how can we know that you have not missed any important or relevant paper, right? So for that, like I was saying, that the Google Scholar is not a very like authentic or you can say like trusted source. There are few like Web of Science or you can say like Scopus for some like biological papers. There is PubMed, and there are a few more subject wise. So we need to go there and type our like you can say keywords. Now, just for the sake of the example, I'm showing you that I have searched employer branding and information technology. Now this and is not that very simple, and it's an like operator. So in the database Web of Science, the number of the researchers which have employer branding and information technology, those like results will come up, and those were like 57 in number. In case of Science Direct, it was 70. Emerald, it was 90. So we will do this hands-on in the Scopus. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'm just showing it for the sake of showing it, so that we all have a basic idea of what it is basically, right? Now, once we have got these like papers, now it's a proof that okay, when we have like, entered those terms, then these many results have come. Because we want to see that how many studies have been done in the area of employer branding in the IT industry particularly. Now, had you typed only EB, employer branding, maybe the results would have come in hundreds, because like, employer branding in the like manufacturing center, employer branding in the like steel sector, or you can say like textile sector, there are many. But since I have typed employer branding and IT industry, so the results are quite like specific in number. Is this okay for all the participants? Have you all understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now this is what is the model. I'll show the same thing in Word also. Don't worry. Okay. So once we get the results from the databases, now it's not mandatory that you use all the databases, because we might not have the access to all. That's very true, right? Not all our affiliating institutes have the access to all these costly databases. In that case also, I'll tell you like what can be done. Okay, now after that we will see that what kind of a exclusion or the inclusion criteria can be applied. Now this thing we'll see when we do a real-time data search on the Scopus database. And finally, as we see here, that I have got 89 articles, right? Is that like visible to everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So the data set I have mailed to you all. I hope you all have got it. So I'll show you that how I have got that data set using the Scopus database. Okay. So and this is the word cloud. That's a very like generic thing. Most of you might be like using it, and there are certain like websites like the word cloud generator, or even in the NVO. I'll show you all tomorrow that how this word cloud can be generated. Okay, so this was just a in this trends and all. I think you all know that whether the topic or the area in which you are doing the work, is it like trending or not. So this is not so much of a like authentic. Uh, Reviewers have at times raised their like concerns regarding this. Okay, so you might use it in a lower rank, you can say journal also, not for very many high ones, the or A or the A star or the B journals. Okay, so that was just for the like introduction.
Hello.
I think sir left by mistake.
Yes, ma'am. Looks like that.
Mm.
Yes.
Can anyone contact Vishal Shukla sir? Is anybody having his number?
I think he's messaged on the group to wait for a few minutes. So he'll just join back.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible to anyone?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, I just ask, like, I just want to ask, does anyone have performed bibliometric analysis?
No, 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 not yet.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so sincere like apologies from my side. I'm not sure what happened. Was it some like technical glitch or something? I just had to re-log in. Okay.
No issue, sir.
Yeah, not an issue. This like recording is there. Okay, so the last point which I had discussed was I hope the importance and all and the whole thing. And now we are like going to just do the hands-on, right? So I hope that all the participants have installed the WAS viewer. Was there any issues?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now the thing is for the WAS viewer, the file which it is mostly accepted, it is either from the Web of Science or from the Scopus or from PubMed. PubMed is mostly for the biological sciences, as you all must be knowing, right? So let me just share my screen and then I'll show you that how to retrieve the data. using the Scopus database. Yeah, so I hope that the screen is visible to all the participants.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so are you all seeing the homepage of the Presidency University where I actually work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once I just click on the Scopus database, now I'll discuss that. Okay, like what can be done if somebody's affiliating institute does not have a like Scopus database, or what can be done. But as of now, we can see all this. So I hope this Scopus homepage is visible to everybody. Is it a yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So the file which I had sent you, so I'll just show you and like discuss that how it was like retrieved. So any topic of your PhD area or from your research area which you think is like upcoming, you can just type the topic here in the search document. Now what it searches on the left hand side, you see any article title, abstract or keyword related to that topic. Okay, so that is the most means search thing, means if you don't want any like particular like particularly anything, you should go for this only. Okay, so for example, I had seen VUCA now, which is a like very upcoming issue in the HRM, because after this like pandemic 19, the whole like human resources are into like doldrums, that how to manage the resources. Many of them are like resigning. You all must have heard about the Great Resignation, right? Anybody from the area of HR?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you are there. Okay, so and some of them are doing like moonlighting. Some of them don't like the work from home, right? So that is what we are seeing, that okay, how is this human resource area these days? It is quite like volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, right? So we will just type just two words, VUCA and SRM. Okay, and we'll click on search. I'll search for the other areas also, not an issue. Okay, now you see, you just get uh, 7 document results. Can anyone tell why?
Sir, I
Can
think this.
anyone guess why?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think this VUCA and HRM combinedly they are used only in 7 papers.
You are like partially correct, but like HRM, we don't see this heading in the research papers. So we need to type human resource management. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir. Or we can write like HRM or human resource management.
Yeah. So just wait for this like result. Now you see it is like 24 in number, right? So once you add certain like keywords, so the results which you will gain, those will be more and more you can say efficient, or you can say more broad in nature. Okay, now just if you see the database which I have sent you, so is this like visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is the database of the VUCA HRM, right? Now once we means do a bit of, you can say, trials and all, that okay, what is the like research papers which are into it, which have even used like COVID-19 or so. So this time the number might like come down. See, only one research talks about all these 3 terms, right? So accordingly, we need to search on certain such like areas which have these fields in them. Okay. Just let me just stop sharing so that I can see the exact thing. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm back. So, like I was saying that if you just search by just like hit and trial, so we will get to know the requisite number of the like papers. Now, but directly we might not get the term like VUCA or in the HR. So we can just see that okay, how many like researches have been done in the area of human resource post COVID. Don't you all think that that's a more logical and like systematic way to search? What do you like, opine? Now that's a more like comprehensive result. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you see the researchers which have these terms either in their title or in their abstract, the human resource management and COVID. These are 665 in number. Now, now, just as a like researcher, do you think that you will be able to read these many documents? Perhaps no, and you don't even need to read these because these are from various areas. So if you just like scroll down, you will see that there the subject area is given. So is this visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you just like click here, so you will like get to know that this 195 researches have been done in the area of business management and accounting. So basically, this is the area in which we like belong, right? We don't want the studies which are into the area of the medicine. So we will just click this and we will click on limit to. So this is our first, you can say, entry, our first like inclusion criteria. Do you all remember the Prisma framework which I had shown? So there we have to give certain inclusion and the exclusion criteria. So inclusion criteria in this case is that the area wise. Now, for example, you want to say that okay, uh, publication stage wise, you don't want to consider the articles which are in the press and some of the like authentic uh, journals, they say that okay, please uh, remove the conference papers because those are like comparatively less authentic. Maybe like editorials we can remove. Do you all agree to it? So if we like exclude these, then the number it comes down to 165, and all the inclusion and the exclusion criteria which we have used, it comes down listed as here. Is it visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can we
Yes.
use these? Yeah, or like, can we use these keywords on a hit and trial basis, or we should have literature like so that we can
Yeah.
justify why we used only these keywords?
Yes. See, some kind of a like justification you need to give, right? Now in this case, the first thing which you can say that okay, the research it wants to see the after effects, or you can say the implications of this COVID-19 in the field of HRM from the area of the management, not from the medicine. And you might also get certain references for the same. Understood? Okay. And for that like papers which I have said that article and the book chapter, so that's quite obvious. You won't get any like query from the reviewer that okay, why have you removed the conference paper?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now and some part of it is also hit and trial in the sense that the number like should not be very huge, or it like should not be less than like 50, because that does not fit into the bibliometric analysis. Right now, before like going into the bibliometric analysis, the first thing which I would like to show is the basic like analysis which the Scopus does for us. Now I have just clicked on the analyze search results. So is this screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as we can see that the year wise the research is like increasing. That's quite obvious since we have put the word COVID into place. Now if you see these 6 type of the analysis, now this is what we can explain one by one in our bibliometric or the SLR paper. I will show you certain samples. Okay. Now the first one is the document by the author wise, that how many of the authors they have like written into it. Now in this case it is just like 111, right? Then the documents by the affiliation. Now Cranfield School of Management uh, is the place affiliating institutions where 4 research work has been done. All these come in the area of the analysis. I'll show you certain like papers, then journal articles, or how many of them are the conference papers, book chapters. Then we'll see certain like area wise. Okay, although we have like excluded the medical ones, they somehow they keep coming because they have a some kind of, you can say, mutual kind of a relation with the HRM papers also, right? So all these analysis we can write it down. Now the writing part is not very easy. It's not even tough. The thing is, it is a bit tedious. It's a bit time taking. Okay. So this was the first part of the basic analysis which the Scopus in itself like provides. So so before going into the bibliometric analysis, let me just show you how we can write it down. Now this is one of my seniors who is doing her postdoc in Korea. Sorry, in Taiwan, like Priyanka ma'am. So is this the paper visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'll just minimize a bit. So you see what they've done, a very bibliometric basic analysis of blockchain, and they have tagged this IR 4.0 platform. Okay. Now we won't go into the bit more like details of the paper. Now we'll see directly to the part which we have discussed now. You see, they have taken the WS database, not an issue. We can take either the like Scopus or whichever is like, available to us. Okay. So directly, so this is the search string which she has mentioned. Is this visible to all of you? Like
Yes,
one of the participants was saying that we can use certain like keywords like HR, human resource personnel management, or you can say COVID-19, or even like pandemic word was used. Agree? So these many have come, and after the combination, this 1189 result has come. Now you just see the next phase. What she says, that they have like refined it based on the area. Like I was saying, that we get the like references. So you see, she has used certain like references which says that why she has included these areas into it. Just have a quick look and you will like understand. Right now, next you see that she again says that we limit our search results to English publication. Right? Is this visible? So the
Yes.
same thing even we can do, because many times we don't want to include the studies which are in the foreign languages, because it is tough for us to like convert it and do it. Okay, I'll just show you the inclusion. Yeah, so we had gone for this. Yeah, so once we see this, so there is a option of limiting the languages, right? Do we see that we can exclude the Spanish, the Chinese, Russian, or the Italian languages? We don't want them, right? Is that okay? Hello, am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the first part. Okay, so like I said, that the writing part is a bit like tedious, and see, like it can be like written that the reason to include the proceedings and the book chapters is because sometimes book chapters provide the theoretical part of the domain she has like included, but many times we can exclude it. So this is the third part, right? Now just see the analysis, how it can be done. Now all these like information, I think that can be very much visible through the like Scopus database which I had shown. Affiliation wise, do you all remember? Affiliation wise, then the
Yes.
funding agency wise. So see the names of the like universities which have like funded in that, right? The most like relevant ones we can write it down. So which were the journals in which they have got published, that was also there, right? So after this I'll just show you the basic you can say the Prisma model which can be made. Now recently I was doing a work in the area of the moonlighting. I think all of us must have used about means heard about it, and then in the recent HR and the management scenario, this word is quite buzzing, because the employers don't want their like employees to do moonlighting or the dual jobs, multiple job holdings, right? So but the thing is that that this like concept is not very new, right? Our like faculties are doing like moonlighting from what 3 or 4 5 decades. Many of us do like moonlighting. So the first thing which I've screened is the business management and the accounting like category, right? Out of which I have like removed the incomplete studies and the records, right? And which are not in English. So after a quite comprehensive and the systematic literature review, I could find 36 papers in the area of moonlighting. Did you all like understand this like, procedure? Should I show it on the Scopus database if you wish? Super. That is how like it can be done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So some of you might be like having this query that sir, we don't have the like Scopus database in our like affiliating institute. Do you all like agree to it? How many of you
Yes, sir.
actually
Yes, sir.
have?
No,
Anyone in
sir.
the
We have Web of
participants?
Science.
Okay, you have WS. Good. Anybody else who has either the Scopus or the WS?
Web of Science.
Web of Science is there. Okay. Okay.
I have super, sir.
Okay. Now, in case like some of the participants do not have that, okay, so for them there is a like alternative. You can say like jugaad kind of a technology, but that is quite like limited to the usage. Okay, and that is the name of the website is Publish or like Perish. Have you all heard about it? Publish or Perish?
No, sir.
Okay, so that is quite relevant to what is being like witnessed by us all every day. That either we like publish or we like perish, in spite of the recent UGC like regulations. That is okay, but any like employer in the current time would like to have somebody in their team who actually has the publication because they want to improve their NAC, NIRF, NBA ratings. I hope some of us might be facing that scenario. Okay, so like coming back to the topic, publish and perish website. Now this is what the website looks like. Is it visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is like I said, some kind of a desi, you can say like jugaad for somebody who like does not has a like Scopus or a like WS. Now, obviously, in that case, the best thing to do is to ask a friend or somebody of your like colleague or like anybody who actually has that, because this website has some kind of a limitation. I will tell you what exactly. Okay. So, okay, let us just see this publish or like perish is there. So we will just type out the words, okay? Human resource management. Any keyword can be searched in it, okay? Now I just click on search. Just a second, there is some issue, I think. I think there is some problem with the server title word. Okay, sorry, I had to type this in keywords, not the title words. I think the server has some issues. These are some unmonitored, you can say, because the other day I had searched for like emotional intelligence in leadership. So is it like visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
So these many had come. Now since this is saved, so it is coming from like before. Okay, so once you just tap your title in the this title word tab, so these many results will come. That might be the issue that this time the servers of this like website is low, maybe. And like one more thing, to actually log in and create an account in the publish or the perish, you require a blog in your name, which you need to enter there. So that's not a very tough task. You can create a just demo blog on your name, and you can create your account on this, and you will have this. Okay, now after we have got some data. Okay, so for saving the result, we will uh, save it as results as CSV. Got it? Save. So what we'll see in this, that this data has everything except some like uh, bibliometric data which it is required. We'll see which one. Okay, so just as a like reference, I'm keeping this. Okay, so I hope this somewhat jugaad thing is like okay with you all. In case you all don't have and don't find the affiliation, or you can say the credentials of the Scopus or the WOS, then you can use it. Is it okay, all of you? So now I will
Yes, sir.
move into the part of the bibliometric like analysis. Okay. So let me just
Excuse me,
yeah. So as of now, are there any queries? Please let me know.
sir. Can I make a small request, sir?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, is it possible for you to share the entire screen, sir? Because we are seeing only a part of it, and actually in our laptop we are unable to see the content clearly.
Okay, sure. But till now I was doing that only, I hope.
The first, before the breakdown, that was very clear, sir. You were sharing the.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. You could have said this to me like before. Sorry for that. Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. Not a
Uh,
problem.
okay. Well, okay. So till what we have discussed, is there any query or any point you want me to like reiterate again? Please tell me. This publish or perish, like I've said, it's just a backup jugaad which you all might to use in sometimes. The authentic thing is the WOS or the Scopus database, because that has the complete bibliometric data, not this. I will show you the difference in both. Okay, so should I just go ahead with the bibliometric? Is that okay?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Can we use this data that we will that we download from this publish or Paris website?
We can use, but it is limited. I will show you how. Because you
Okay.
see, in case of the like bibliometric data, just to answer your question, we have around 5 types of the analysis: co-authorship analysis,
Yes.
co-word, or the co-occurrence, then the citation analysis, and then the uh, co-citation analysis, and the bibliographic coupling. Now, in case of the Excel file which we have downloaded from the publish or perish, we can only do the co-authorship analysis. I'll just show
Oh,
you.
okay.
That is actually the like limitation of that you can say software. Okay.
Yes, sir. Then it's a big limitation actually.
Yeah. Because most of the good like analysis that comes through the co-occurrence or the
Co-citation.
forward
Yeah.
and the citation one. Okay. So I have just clicked on the watch viewer. So I would also request all the participants to click on their screen and do it with me side by side, hands on. That will be more useful to you all. I'll just give you all like 2 minutes to do it, so that somebody is not left behind. So have most of the participants just opened their watch viewer tab. Please, you can just raise your hands or say me yes. That will allow me
Yes, sir.
to. Okay. What about others? I won't name one by one. Just I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Okay, sir.
now seems most of you have just done it. So let me go into my own tab and open it. So I hope my watch viewer tab is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now just in 2 minutes, let me show you the uh, the data like analysis which we have done through the publish or the perish. Okay, just for like clarifying your doubt. Okay, now it takes the database from the Scopus like it is mentioned. Okay, just one more time I'll show. Okay, so we'll create a map based on the bibliographic data, right? We'll tap on next, then we'll go on the like Scopus, and some of you who had said that they have this like WOS, so they can use this, not an issue. Okay, now since I had the Scopus database, so I'll just go here, and the name of the file I hope you'll remember was POP sites, which we have just now used, right? Just now we had downloaded. Now, is this screen visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you see only we can do the co-authorship analysis. That's not 0, but the thing is, it's not even 100, and I don't think any of the journals will accept the research work which has just done the co-authorship, because that's a very nominal or a very basic kind of analysis which can be done on the bibliometric. So this publish or perish, it has a limitation. That is okay. Now we can go back to our usual data. All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once again, we click on create. We go to the next, then next. Now, wherever you all have saved the file which I had sent as a demo file, please go through it, open it. I have saved the file by the name VUCA HRM COVID-19. So has everybody reached this stage? Kindly let me know. Once I get a go ahead from at least a few of you, then I can go through the analysis. Till then, just
Yes, sir.
yeah. So till then, just allow me to show you that what that actually data has. If you just see it in a very basic form, then you'll see the name of the author is there, right? Then the title of the paper, year, right? The source title, volume, issue, page number, TOI, cited by. Now this is used in the citation analysis, right? Affiliation. Now this basic like analysis we can even do in the Scopus, like I had shown you all. Then comes the abstract, keyword, index key, right? But in the file which was downloaded by the this publish or perish, only a limited information is there. So I hope that point is clear to everybody. Okay.
Sir, when we export the file from Scopus database,
Yeah.
then what are the options like we need to check on the when we exporting the file? Because there are multiple options to check in the Scopus database when we exporting the file.
Multiple options, like in a way.
Like one column is like for citation, and then another column is like for bibliometric.
No, from the this Scopus website you are saying.
Yes.
Okay, let me just show you. Oh, but why is it?
You can take any result like 649
yeah,
or yeah.
Okay. Let me just take up anything. This 165 one. Let me take.
Yes.
Okay. Just for the demo sake,
Yes.
because all the like papers will be different.
Yes.
Yeah. Now once we like click on this.
All.
So
yes, sir.
Select all, right?
Exactly.
Now when we go to the export.
Yes.
Now you see. Now here is the point. Now first we need to click on the CSV Excel.
Yes.
Because we want an Excel file. Now if you have a reference manager like Mendeley, that also you can do, not an issue. But the by default we would like to go with the CSV Excel, right? Now good that you have raised this point. Now, in the publish or the perish, whatever data is there, that is only this, the first column. But here we need to click on all. I had like forgot to tell this since I had sent the data. It's good that you like pointed it out. Thank you for that. So all this we need to click. So all of you have like, understood this point.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it. And then we will export it. And then hence the result which I have obtained, this is the one which I had sent you all. So I'll just like request you all to type your own like area of the research, so either like a PhD thesis or like any area in which you are trying to do your work, to just type the keyword and get the result. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A lot of tabs have opened up. Let me close a few. Yeah. So I hope this tab is like visible to you all, and you all have also clicked on your file which was there. Any queries till now? Anybody has not reached this stage due to any issues, please let me know now, because once we move forward, then it might be a bit late to come back. Anybody has any query, please tell me now. Participants, please say yes or no so
No,
that
sir. It's clear. It's clear.
it's clear. Okay, good, good, good.
Nothing, sir. It's clear.
Okay. So you see, since this Scopus database is like complete in all the bibliographical data which we require, all the options are you can say available to us. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the first one, let us see what is it basically. Now you see, it's very easy to click these things and get a result, but to explain them, your theoretical knowledge and the background should be very clear. So please, I would ask all the participants to just listen that what do we actually understand by co-authorship. Now, as the name suggests, co-authorship is nothing but to like understand the number, or you can say the nature of the relationship among the cited publications, right? There can be certain themes of this like research. Now to understand the relationship between the foundational themes in a research, we see the co-authorship analysis. Okay, so we'll just click on next. Now this is, you see, where it asks that the minimum number of documents of an author. Now there is no like criteria for us, right? Now obviously if we'll give one, then all the papers will come. We don't want it. So at least the minimum number should be two, because that is when it will be able to correlate and find the network. So we click yes, number of authors to be selected. This is the maximum which it is linked. Okay. Then we like click on next. Now you see that on the right hand side, total link like strength. We are seeing that it is 0 for some of the authors. Okay. So once you can just untick all these and get a result, or as of now, let's see even this. Now you see, what does it say? That the largest set of the connected items, it consists of 3 items. Why? Because all the 14 items which you have like selected, those are not like correlated with each other, because they have not cited, right? And there is no co-authorship analysis with that. So so if we do no, then we'll get a network of 3 items which are very well connected. And if we do yes, then all the 14 will come. Now let us see one by one. Now if we just click on this, now you see all the, just a second. Oh, I have just clicked the opposite one, it seems. Yeah. So as you all must be seeing on the screen that those 14 authors, the names have come on the screen. Is it visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
So these are the authors who have co-authored a paper together. Understood?
Sir, there are some like independent authors I can see also. Like,
Yeah, because they have done their work single-handedly. Understood? Now, what does it say? Now, this co-authorship analysis, as we have seen, it tells us the interactions among the scholars, right? Now, what do we need to like induce, or you can say understand from it, that how the scholars have actually interacted among themselves, by which we will like come to know what is like common around them. Maybe the affiliation institute, maybe the funding institute. Understood? So these clustered like researches, they will tell us that okay, what are the certain this co-authorship they have done like together. Now, obviously, since this number is a bit low, so that is the reason it's not a bit like crowded in it. But if you select a more like huge network, then you will get a more one. That's quite obvious, correct? Okay. So now we move to the next one, the co-occurrence, which is like according to me and what I have seen to the like reviewers, the most important ones, the co-occurrence. Now this like analysis is why I'm saying it's the most like important, because it like gives us the subject areas or the factors, you can say, or the clusters in which the research work is actually going on. Right now, for example, in this case, I have mentioned about the human resources in the post-COVID. Now, before the bibliometric analysis, we don't know that in which areas the researches in the field of HR has been done. But once we do it, then we will know that which words have occurred more in the research. I hope it is like okay for like everybody.
sir, what is the meaning of co-occurrence here actually?
That the words occur more and more in the text which has been feeded. Basically, it is the co-word, the frequency of
Okay.
the word which actually occurs. I will demonstrate the same thing in the NVivo tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
That the frequency of the occurring of the words. Now, did you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is understood.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, can we say that the words which appear in co-occurrence, can we take them as words for further search, like for?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is what I was like coming, because those are the like emerging themes of the research.
Oh, okay, okay, sir.
Those clusters, I'll show you in some of my researches, and in some like researches which I have cited in my own work. This is just for the like demo sake I'm showing you. Okay. Now,
Okay.
if you just like click on this, then we'll see that 20. Now you see it is like asking that what should be the number of the minimum number of the occurrences. Obviously, if you like reduce it, then the number will like increase. Are you seeing? Even if a single word comes, then we don't want it. So we will like select at least that it should come 3 times. Now, this is a bit like subjective, you can say, based on the like researchers prejudice, that I feel that at least it should occur 4 times to be more like exact. Now, for example, after giving 4 times, I see that this 37 is less. So okay, so I'll come down to 3. Understood. So bit of a like hit and trial is involved in it, I would rather say. Okay, so this 37 words are there which are co-occurring. Now, is this visible to everybody? Obviously, since this field is from the like HR area, so the word human resource management comes on the top. Then the COVID-19, pandemic, knowledge management, decision making, job satisfaction. So, ma'am, now I think I have like answered your question partially. That this, you see that the decision making and the job satisfaction, well-being, leadership, these are the areas which have like occurred more in the researches. It's visible to all the participants.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So we just have to go here, screenshot. We have to save it. That's it. Give any name to it, and it will be saved in like any of the folder which you have created. Now actually comes the part that you have to like justify as a like researcher that these like researchers these keywords have like come together. Now in sometimes we can see that certain of the words are like outliers. I think all of us know like what it means. Even when we do the factor analysis, most of you must have used it. Then we see that certain like the components or the items in the scale, they exactly do not fall into the factor, but somehow they fall into it, and we have to justify it. I'm not saying it is wrong, but sometimes it is there. So is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next I'll just show you the research paper which I have like co-authored with one of my seniors who is in the Chaoyang University of Technology. So we had worked upon the implementation of the neural network approaches in the P2P lending research. Now all the things which I have told you all, it is quite visible over here. You will be seen that we have used the Prisma model for the SLR. That's a very much like authentic model which it is used. It's not very tough to do. Then we have also like mentioned about the keywords. Okay, so I won't go into the whole detail. Let me directly come down to the part where I am aiming to show you that how we have discussed about the clusters. Now these are the four in this case five clusters are visible: blue, green, yellow, violet, and red. Visible to like everybody in the participants.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this research work we had done, let me directly come down to it. So this manuscript is in review in the TIS. Now this is what I had shown in the Prisma study. Some of you can just have a look at it. We had used the word peer-to-peer lending and the neural network, and we had like combined the both. That like how many researchers have used the word P2P lending and neural network, out of which we found 59, and after having a manual look, we could say that okay, 43 papers we have identified. Okay, now, again let me like come down to it, the part which I had explained. Now this is the basic Scopus data description which I had shown, right? That how many researchers have been published of that area in the recent years. So you can like very well show that yes, this is an upcoming area, and researchers are taking pace in this area. Is this visible to all of you? Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
this I'll show at last the Sankey one. Now you see just the basic thing, the most relevant searches. Okay. Now for this Sankey diagram, which had gone just above, we actually need the biblio shiny. That is actually from the coding part. So this maybe we will take up later, because this like, cannot be done at the basic touch and go thing. Like it is written that it comes with the biblio shiny. Yeah. So you see the most relevant authors we have discussed. Then the top like institutions we have mentioned. very basic things, and we just have to write it down, that okay, how many were there, the percentage wise we can write it down. You can see I have mentioned like 23 publication. What is the percentage? Because we just have to say that what are the trends and the areas, and how many publications have actually happened. Then the 20, the most globally cited publications we have mentioned. You all must have seen this table in every like bibliometric analysis. Yeah, so I won't go much into it. Uh, Country-wise analysis. This also was there in the Scopus. Okay. Then the citation, this will come later on. This is a word cloud. So I'll show like tomorrow in the NVivo. Let me directly come down to the first. I'll show you the cluster. Yeah. So this is like visible to everybody. There are 4 like clusters in it: violet, blue, green, and red. Visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we just have to, first of all, as a like researcher, we have to see that okay, what is common in these keywords? Is there a theme by which we can bind it? Some kind of a you can say, can we like factorize it? Now this comes from the like area to area. Somebody who is good in HR will term that yes, these actually come in one area. Somebody who is into the marketing, they'll say for their own research that yes, all these of these keywords, according to me, this matches in this manner. So we have to write the cluster wise description. So is this cluster wise definition visible to everybody? I'll just take a pause and like request you all to just go through it once.
Yes, sir.
So the first one, it like talks about the machine learning models, deep learning, predictive models. Next one, blue, the theme is the financial risk. Talks about the clusters cost, risk assessment, credit risk, default risk. Now somebody who is good in the field of finance will be like able to clarify that why it has been clubbed together. Because after this I'll be showing you recent work which I have done, moonlighting, and how I have discussed about the clusters. Okay. The third one, it talks about the CNN, because it talks about all about the networks and all. Fourth one, it talks about where this neural network models have been discussed. Understood? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So let me show you one of my means own like researches, means that is also means mine, like co-authored, but this one is a purely with like Vishal sir. He has been guiding me in research. So let me show you that one. This is one of the like upcoming areas, like I told, that it is a like burning issue for a like HR personnel in this area. Yeah. Also, one more thing which I might have missed out, that okay, how to write about the objective and the research questions for a bibliometric paper. So maybe I won't like discuss it in great detail, but you all can have a look at it. Is it okay for all of you? Because we are trying to find that what are the significant research trends in the area of moonlighting, or for that matter any other area. Understood? Okay, so next we'll just move on to this part where we talk about the, now this is the same which I had shown in the Scopus database. Do you all remember?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, subject wise, then the annual scientific production wise, top 10 countries based on the publication frequency, and this was the co-occurrence network analysis. Okay, based on the moonlighting. Now, as a student of HR, let me discuss how I have described and like categorized these into. Now the central theme according to me is the one with the yellow cluster, right? Where the moonlighting is the keyword which connects all the clusters in it, because it talks about the keywords like moonlighting, multiple job holdings, and the employment. Let me zoom it a bit. Is it visible to everybody? You see, the employment and the multiple job holding. That's quite obvious, right? Next one, let me just go to the second one. Now, it is what I felt that it is mostly related to the demographic based, because it talks about gender, age, and the various themes which are related to it. You just see the blue cluster. It talks about the employment patterns, income groups. Now, we all know that this falls in the demographic category. Do you all agree to me? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Then the next one, that okay, on which sectors the moonlighting has been discussed. Now, what I see here, that in the green one, that it has been like studied in the area of the doctors, or you can say the staff, and what was the culture of that place. That was about the third cluster. Fourth one, I have said it as a like miscellaneous one, and various concepts which are related to it. So I hope this basic analysis has like given you all a basic understanding of how the things need to be like written. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So okay, just take it. Let's take a 2 minutes break, and you just tell me any point which you want me to like reiterate again, or discuss in a bit detail.
Sir, how to identify the keywords, like which keyword is relevant to which cluster?
Yeah, so see, that is what I said, that somebody who is a like expert of that field, you must have seen in my moonlighting paper, that I felt that yes, the blue cluster, it mostly talks about the demographic trends in it, like age wise, gender wise, papers have like discussed about it, right? Or some other cluster might have like discussed about the sector wise, that in which sector certain researches of moonlighting has happened. For example, in the like hospital sector, nurses do work here, then the doctors go like somewhere else, maybe in teaching, or like recently in the IT sector, it was in news, but in the like researches it has not been covered as of now. That is the reason that the IT is not coming up. So this like cluster thing, like I said, there is no like one short answer to this. The researcher needs to have a close look at the keywords, and then needs to some kind of a, like factorize that yes, most of the keywords here, they will form into one cluster. Like I had said that even in the like factor analysis, which some of you might have done, it's not mandatory that all the keywords, or all the items must be defining that cluster. Did you get an answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No.
Let me show you a few more papers, then maybe you will like get to understand it, because you see the more and more we do the LR in the area of the paper which we are doing, then we get a okay, clear more like understanding that yes, these themes, they are more into this area, right? Don't you all like agree to it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, one more thing, like
Yeah.
the file that you have just sent us for
Yeah.
analysis,
Yeah.
in this file, I saw that there are some repetitions of words, like well-being is written 2 times
Yes,
in the
yes.
diagram.
Agree.
So
Yeah, because there is a dash in the between. So this when we fetch it from the scopus, then it can't like differentiate between the two. So those we can like untick when we click on the this was viewer.
Okay.
That
So
we can like,
we
untick.
can do it manually also.
Yeah, manually we can do it.
Okay, okay.
That is just one. Tomorrow I'll show you all in the NVivo that how in the word cloud we need to remove the certain words like to, and, of, because these words are just like a certain like articles, and we don't need them from the angle of the analysis. From the angle of the like grammar, they might be correct, but from the angle of the, the analysis, these are not useful. Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as of now, if there are any queries, please let me know, and then
Sir,
I'll.
can we take image photos of individual clusters separately?
No, but sir, by that logic, there is no sense in doing the cluster analysis.
Would be
So
easier for
why would you like
explanation.
actually want to do it? Means there must be some kind of a logic that, okay, why do you want to have that like cluster singled out? Why is it so?
Like you were doing a demographic based cluster, so for explanation purpose, we can take.
Sir, since like color wise, it is quite obvious that thing is different. What you're saying that, okay, if it is not like visible, then like what you can do is you can maybe change it to the like square or the like rectangle one. Like for example, is this visible?
Yes, sir.
So you see, it's quite obvious that this green ones are like different, blue ones are different, red ones are different, because the main thing is the like analysis and the managerial implication which matters to the like reviewers and the scientific community. So it's quite obvious that okay, these are the ones which have come. And like one of the participant had said that certain keywords do repeat. We might like untick them. For example, we see that this HRM is here as well as it is here because full form. So those things it crosses the purview of the software. Many times it does not it's not able to like identify the similarity between the two, right? So those we can manually untick, and we can like ensure that the data which you have taken is very clean and relevant data. Understood, all of you?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So can we very briefly move on to the next kind of the like analysis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next comes the citation like analysis, right? Now, as the name suggests that okay, which is the most like influential publication in the research field, because that should be the one which should be read first by the researcher, because that is the most cited. So there must be some reason that it has got cited the most. Understood? So we should just click here and see that, okay, minimum number of the citations. So maybe we can keep certain such which we can like include in our like study. Let us take the case of 8. Okay. Yeah. So is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let us also like reduce it. See, this hit and trial can be done to get the result which is more of relevance to us. And like I said, there is no fixed number that, okay, you have to like stop at these many. Okay. So maybe we can see that, okay, if we do maybe 10, because well, area to area it might differ. The number of documents, maybe we like want to see the top 15, like we had done in that research. Okay. So you see, these are the ones which are most cited. Now, okay, I like forgot to tell that there are certain three, you can say, like photograph wise or certain like graphics wise which this WAS viewer like provides. Now, first is the network this visualization. Next is the overlay like visualization, and and the last one is the density visualization. It shows, you see very clearly, it shows that Carnival JB is the most cited. Is that okay? Next one is the this Caliguri and Caution. Both are like perhaps the same, so we can just go here and save it. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now again I'll go back to the one like which I had shown, because like I've said that the writing part is also very important. A paper of my ma'am which has got published in the Elsevier. So I think you all can just like download it and use it as even like a reference. Okay. And see, many times you also need to like discuss that, okay, why uh, China has got the maximum number of researchers, right? Because it's not a class like 516 that you are saying that, okay, 905 from China, but why do you feel why? So they have, I just give it a search, then you'll see that they have even mentioned that from this university, this it dominates the clusters with a high margin, right? With the highest citation, right? So, taking a cue in that paper, I have like mentioned with certain, you can say like references, that why is it so that China has the highest reference? Okay, so you see, the reference which I have used, I'll just show you that China stands tall in the research. Okay, I'll show the thing which I'm trying to show. Yeah. So are all of you? Can you please read this line? That why is it so that the frequency is so high in China? Because this P2P phenomenon is quite high, and hence the risk of lending. Did you all get it? All of you have like got it, that only because this P2P growth is very high, so the number of researchers in this country is also high. This, and due to this risk thing, people don't like return the money. This P2P market has crumbled to some extent. Understood? Next we have the USA, then the India. So this is just some basic writing part which you can do, like even it has been done here. Okay. This also talks about certain, you see, the co citation network, who has cited whom. Okay, so till now, as we all must have seen that it's a bit like tedious task. Do you all agree to me? You have to like manually
Yes, sir.
chalk it down and write it down, and that is the reason that people say that it is very like laborious to write a LR paper.
Yes,
But
sir.
the,
Like it is
yeah,
like difficult. Like the sir, the difficulties I think is to
no,
interpret or to give the explanation for the results.
yeah, and the irony or the help is that even for that you need an LR. You see,
Yes, sir.
some kind of a basic LR I must have done to find this line, isn't it?
Definitely, yes, sir.
So that is the point which I'm trying to make, that it's not a like rocket science, but Even it's not that you have clicked something on the like watch viewer and you have like pasted the results. No, sorry. The reviewer will just like question you that, "Oh, what do you actually want to say through this?" So I hope the participants have got this point. I
Yes, sir.
know it's the
Yes, sir.
last like hour of the day, but just a few words from you all might boost my morale and my info. Okay, so just set in this like papers and also here you see I had said that based on this thing and all, and so this is the co citation analysis. So I'll just give you 2 minutes to just read it out on your own if it is like possible.
Sir, may you
Uh,
please zoom out this?
okay. We had done it so that you can view it and at the same time you can read it. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just a basic look. Like I said, it will be quite different for the different areas. Same thing has been discussed even by ma'am Priyanka madam, who is in Taiwan. You see these things, the writing part. This is the quadrant analysis. This is a one step more forward. Thematic evaluation is done. In one of mine, I will just share with you the co-occurrence. Okay, no. In this one, I have not done see the ones which are always like relevant. Those are the ones we should write it down. It's not that we want all the like analysis, because like I said, be very clear about your objective. That what do you actually want to attain through uh, the bibliometric analysis. It's not that you will do all. Finally, the output will be very tough to like ascertain. Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, I'll come back to the point where I had perhaps missed it out. That please be very clear regarding your objectives, which are mostly of the objectives of the uh, bibliometric analysis. Okay. So I'll just share the screen once again now, so that you can have a look. Yeah, please have a look.
Sir, suppose I want to do an SLR combined with the bibliometric analysis.
Yeah.
Then, sir, what will be like? What would be the appropriate number of papers
See,
to consider?
there is no fixed number for like bibliometric, but there are certain researches. I also have the citations I'll send you, which says that at least like 50 should be minimum, right?
Yes, sir.
And on a higher side, if it is more than 100, it is good. You see, why is it so? Because that comes from the reason that why do we even do the bibliometric analysis? Even
Exactly.
if the number of the paper is low, then we don't need. Only
Yes.
when the scope of the review is broad. For example, somebody is like working in the area of marketing, and then they are into new area. So their guide has told, okay, you have to do some research in the area of marketing. So they have thought, okay, like consumer behavior. Now they don't know that in which like aspect of, or which angles of the consumer behavior has been studied till now, and what can be the possible gap in the upcoming time. So we all know that if we just type the word consumer behavior, perhaps what lakhs of like papers will come, thousands will come. So in those cases, bibliometrics is used when there is a
Yes, sir.
huge quantity of data and you need to find certain trends into it, emerging areas into it. Now, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have to do a like meta analysis, that means we have to do the result-wise analysis.
Yes, sir.
We only want the summary of the result, empirical result, not the whole paper. So that's a different thing, right?
Okay, sir.
SLR, like basically, like you said, that the very motive of doing the SLR is when your scope of the review is quite specific. You know that yes, I have to merge this moonlighting in the IT industry, or for that matter, P2P lending and neural network, like I'd shown in my two of the researches. Now, did you understand the difference between the two? When your scope of the review is quite like specific, then you will go for the SLR, and then you will see that okay, in those like number of papers, like which are the best. But in case like it's a ocean of the papers, then like what will you do? Bibliometric analysis. Now,
Yes,
did you
sir,
get my
definitely.
point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just have a look. I'll just have a discussion. Okay.
There appears to be some problem, or is it that he muted himself? Appears to be some again the technical hitch.
Sir, I think it's a short break because I think he's connected.
Because 8:23 and break, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. So I hope by now you all must have had a basic look at the objectives of what we need to write, and the research questions.
But the
Right?
screen was not
Yes.
presenting.
Okay. Just a second. Yeah, this was the one. Quantitative and the like, bibliometric analysis in the area which you are wishing to do the research. And to find the significant trends or the like emerging areas which you want to find out. Right. So can we next move to the part of the bibliographic coupling?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can you please share the screen?
Sir, just a second. I am doing a new one. Screen is now, I think, visible to everybody.
No, sir.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so next we move on to the part of the bibliometric coupling. Now, again, we need to understand before going it that why are we doing the bibliometric coupling? Now, coupling, as the name suggests, that basically it like discusses about the publications or the like periodicals which are present, like development of the themes in the research area with a you can say coupling and the grouping it will form. So once we do it, then we'll have a better look. So we can just untick the ones which have least, you can say, the total link strength, because these are the ones, these are which are quite negatively, or you can say least linked with the research theme. So these are the ones which we can reduce down. Okay, yeah. So these are the authors who have worked on the similar themes. Now you see, in any of the like researches, you need to go to the one and cite them, that yes, they are the ones who have like written it in these directions. And for this, you just need the author name, the title, the journal, DOI, because it like basically analyzes the coupling part, or the researches, the areas which have been together done by the researchers. So this is not one such thing which is mostly done by the like researchers. What I have seen, that if it is very the prominently, if the two ones, that is the covert analysis, that there is a co-occurrence keyword, and the co-citation analysis, and the co-authorship like analysis. If these three are done like, properly in a like bibliometric paper, using this basic VOS viewer. Now I had said that I will come down to the part of this Sankey diagram. Do you all remember? Which actually showed.
Sir, will you please explain this bibliography coupling again? Like, what is this bibliography coupling?
Yeah. See,
Or like how it is different from co-citation or co-authorship?
Co-citation tells that who has cited whom, but that does not tell that the themes are related. Does it tell? No, right?
No.
But in this one, the themes are also related.
But sir, in a one way, we can say that if one author citing another author, then these are like, should be related, so that
you're like partially correct, but don't you cite somebody in the like methodology part, and also in the introduction part, like we said that okay,
yes.
this Chen 2020 has said that like pandemic had a great impact on the hospitality sector. So,
Yes.
that is just a very basic citation which has been done by the author, and that's not theme based. So this is more of a theme based, analyzing the relationship among the citing publications.
Yes,
Cited
sir.
ones are just the plain ones, that okay, I have cited you, you cite me, but is it theme based? That is what is the basic difference between the one which you have said and the coupling part.
Okay, sir.
Did you understand very clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now this Sankey diagram, which like perhaps is the last part of our like discussion today. Now this comes through like biblioshiny. This does not directly come through the VOS viewer. Now for this R is required, a coding part. Okay. Now what it says basically, I'll just zoom it a bit. Is it now visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you see, country wise, then the authors wise, and then the area which it is in which they have worked upon. So it's a quite huge mesh we are seeing, MESH, quite a huge network which we are seeing. But in a single like page, we can see the country wise analysis, author wise analysis, and the keywords. So don't you think it's a more like comprehensive one? Do you all like agree to it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Looks like, sir.
Yeah, but like I said, that this comes through the biblioshiny. That is mostly based on the, you can say, like done through R.
Dr. Pandya, once I conduct the session on R, because I also
Yeah,
conduct session on R and
yes,
Python.
yes. That is
And
what
I'll
I
get
said.
with you.
Yeah. So this is what is the like citation for that, and that might be done in the upcoming times, as we have Dr. Vishal, who is a mammoth in that field of like programming and R, and connecting it to research. Both these two different domains when matched, so it helps us to get a very good results, right? So as of now, we'll like stop here, and once again, I'll say that if you all have any queries, please you can like tell me now. You can like message me, or you can mail me, and I hope you all have learned something through today's sessions.
If you have any questions, next 5-10 minutes you can ask from
Sure.
Dr. Pandya. And Dr. Pandya, please stop the recording so that you can take questions.
Yeah.
Stop sharing.